I'm gonna imaginarily hold your hand when I say this. You're wasting your damn time if you're the kind of person who spends half their life worrying about what other people think. And I mean that in the harshest, most direct way possible. You clicked on this video because deep down, you're tired. Tired of overthinking, tired of stressing over what people think, tired of being the person who hesitates, who second guesses, who gives way too many fucks about shit that doesn't matter. You want to be the I don't give a fuck guy? Good, because it's not some mystical superpower. It's not some personality trait you're either born with or without. It's a choice. And the best part, it's stupidly simple. But here's the deal. You need to be ready to unlearn some bullshit society has drilled into your head. You've been trained to care about the wrong things, and I'm here to rip that mindset out like a bad weed. By the time this video is over, you're gonna know exactly how to walk through life with a fuck you level of confidence. No more people-pleasing, no more hesitation, just raw, unshakable freedom. So, if you're ready to stop giving a fuck, let's get into it. Step 1. Realize how little people actually care about you. This one's gonna sting a little, but let me hit you with the truth. Nobody gives a shit about you, not in the way you think they do. You spend hours replaying that one awkward thing you said. Guess what? Nobody remembers. You stress about what people might think of your choices. They're too busy worrying about their own lives to even notice. Most people are selfish, not in a bad way, but in a they've got their own shit to deal with way. And yet, you're out here wasting energy on imaginary judgment from people who don't even think about you that much. The second you accept this truth, you unlock a superpower. Suddenly, that anxiety about what people think, gone. The hesitation before saying or doing what you really want, vanished, because you realize none of this shit matters. Let that sink in. Step 2. Cut the emotional leash society put on you. From the moment you were a kid, you were trained to care too much. Be polite, be agreeable, fit in, don't make waves. That's cute and all, but guess what? That leash they put on you, it's keeping you weak. The world respects people who stand firm, not people who bend over backwards trying to be liked. You ever notice how the guys who don't give a fuck, the ones who walk with confidence, say what's on their mind, and move through life like they own it, always seem to be the ones people gravitate towards? That's not an accident. They broke free. They stopped playing by the invisible rulebook of please everyone, offend no one. And what happened? Respect, attraction, power. You want that? Rip off the leash. Stop filtering every thought, every move, every decision through the lens of, but what if someone doesn't like it? Who gives a fuck? You're not here to be everyone's favorite person. You're here to be real, and real people. They don't beg for approval. Step 3. Set your own standards and never apologize for them. Most people drift through life letting others decide their worth. They let social media, their family, their friends, even total fucking strangers dictate what's cool, what's acceptable, what's successful. Nah, fuck that. If you want to be the guy who doesn't give a fuck, you need to set your own rules, decide what matters to you, and stick to it like it's law. You want to dress a certain way? Do it. You want to chase a dream that nobody else believes in? Go all in. You want to say no to shit that doesn't serve you? Say it loud. And when people come at you with their opinions, laugh. Because the moment you start explaining yourself, you lose. You give them power over you. And we don't do that here. You don't owe anyone an explanation for living life on your terms. Own your choices. Stand by them. And watch how people suddenly start respecting you instead of questioning you. Step 4. Get comfortable with discomfort. Here's the part nobody wants to hear. You're gonna feel uncomfortable at first. You're gonna feel like you're doing something wrong. That's because your brain is used to people-pleasing. You've spent years training yourself to care too much. So, when you finally start saying, fuck it, and doing what you want, your brain is gonna panic. It's gonna scream at you. What if they judge me? What if they don't like me? What if I make a mistake? Let me tell you something. That feeling, that discomfort, that's proof you're doing it right. Discomfort is a sign that you're breaking out of the cage you've been trapped in. And if you push through it, you come out the other side untouchable. So don't run from the discomfort. Walk straight into it. Because every time you do, you're rewiring your brain to be stronger. Step 5. Stop explaining yourself to people who don't matter. You ever notice how the people who give the least fucks never sit around justifying themselves? They don't write essays in the comments section. They don't argue with every critic. They don't waste energy trying to prove why they do what they do. They just live. And the world adjusts. That's the move. If someone doesn't like how you think, how you dress, how you live, who cares? That's their problem, not yours. You don't owe a debate. You don't owe an explanation. You owe yourself peace. So from now on, if someone questions you, practice this. Shrug and move on. Let them talk. Let them judge. While they're wasting time criticizing you, you're out here living your best fucking life. And that's how you win. Step 6. Master the art of saying no without guilt. You know who gives too many fucks? People who say yes to shit they don't want to do. People who let others guilt trip them into commitments. People who are afraid that saying no will make them look mean, selfish, or rude. Let me make this simple. Saying no is a power move. It protects your time. It protects your energy. It protects you. You do not owe anybody your time, not your coworkers, not your so-called friends, not even your family. If something doesn't align with what you want, you say no and move the fuck on. And here's the trick. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need a 5-paragraph essay. Can you help me move this weekend? Nope. Why don't you drink? Just don't feel like it. Can I borrow some money? Nah, man. End of story. You don't owe people a damn thing, and if someone gets mad, that's their problem, not yours. Step 7. Destroy the fear of embarrassment. Let me ask you something. How many things have you not done in life because you were afraid of looking stupid? How many times have you stayed quiet, avoided taking risks, or held yourself back just because you didn't want to feel embarrassed? That ends today. Embarrassment is a made-up emotion. It only exists if you let it. And the people who never reach their potential, they're the ones who let the fear of looking dumb control them. You know what's more embarrassing than failing? Never trying at all. You know what's worse than looking awkward for 5 seconds? Living a life full of regrets because you were too scared to take a chance. So, from now on, embrace the awkward moments. Laugh at yourself. Own your mistakes. Realize that nobody fucking cares, because once you stop fearing embarrassment, you become unstoppable. Step 8. Train yourself to walk away without looking back. Most people cling to shit that's already dead. Bad relationships, fake friendships, toxic environments. They stay in situations that drain them just because they're afraid to walk away. Fuck that. You need to train yourself to walk away from anything that doesn't serve you, without hesitation, without guilt, and without looking back. A friendship where you're always the one putting in effort, drop it. A job that's sucking the soul out of you, find something better. A relationship that makes you miserable, leave. And don't you dare waste time explaining why. Just walk the fuck away. The people who truly don't give a fuck, they don't beg for closure. They don't sit around waiting for someone to validate their decision. They decide, they move, and they never look back. At the end of the day, being the don't give a fuck guy isn't about being reckless. It's not about being an asshole for no reason. It's about freedom. The freedom to live life on your terms. To stop stressing over opinions that don't matter. To move through the world with confidence, knowing that you owe nobody anything but your authenticity. Most people will never get here. They'll stay trapped in their fears, stuck in the loop of caring too much. But not you. You've got the blueprint now. You know exactly what to do. So go. Walk out into the world and own your space. And the next time you catch yourself worrying about some dumb shit, take a deep breath and remind yourself it does not fucking matter.